All right, here with promoter and manager of Jai Opetaia, Mick Francis. Mick, massive event here today. Talk us through, I guess, the scale of this show that you've put together.
Mate, this is a massive show. I'd like to take all the credit, but unfortunately it's not all me. Fran and Amanda are obviously my backbone. They've done an amazing job as well, but Turki Alalshikh, he's come to the party and he can see an opportunity here in Australia, and he wants to get behind boxing globally, as we all know. So, Riyadh season, mate, it's amazing that they're actually, getting behind us. Spencer Brown, there's no bigger name in boxing than Spencer Brown or Turki Alalshikh, excuse me, but other than Turki, they go, Spencer Brown, the things what he's doing for boxing and opportunities he's been giving a lot of these younger fighters globally is amazing. And obviously, Eddie Hearn, you got Matchroom. Matchroom are doing their thing. Matchroom are a global empire, so I'd like to take all the credit, but mate, it's humbling for myself, in this part of the world to be involved with such a great team. So it's all up from here.
It's been about 4 or 5 weeks since Sin Cara pulled out from the fight. What's that process been like to get this fight with Nyika over the line?
I'll be honest, there's no way in the world I actually thought David Nyika was going to take this fight. Okay, he was preparing to fight on this card. He was preparing to fight for his IBF Intercontinental title against someone inside the top 10. He was going to fight for the number 2 spot. So David was preparing, there's no question about that. However, to fight Jai and to build such an event, I thought we would have had a lot more time to prepare and to actually build into this. But you've got to take the opportunities when they're there. And when I got the phone call initially, my heart sunk. I thought, this is, what boxing's like. Everyone knows what boxing's like. You think you're on top of the world, you get cut down real fast. So, obviously it went into panic mode. Then myself and Matt Clark, our matchmaker, we went through the top. We got the top 10, all of the IBF. We got them all out. And number 1 obviously was Sin Cara, so he was gone. Number 2 was Bacon. Then we had the Sislak, and their team didn't want it. Masternak, he wasn't ready. I don't understand why these guys didn't take the fight, because they've missed opportunities in the past, and I thought they would have learned their lesson. Is what it is. And we went through the list. I think we got to number 8, and the guys from Russia, he wanted to take the fight, but there's no way he was going to get a visa to come to Australia, especially in that short amount of time. So he was out. And it's only by luck David Nyika was number 10. Number 11 was committed. I virtually had everything done except contracted to Brandon Glenn from the US, which was a great opponent. He's a great fighter in his own right. But of course you had to go through the process. Of course it was a mandatory. You had to get a no from everyone leading up. So I thought I'll give Noel the opportunity. Spoke to Noel. He said no way. An hour later he sends me a message. Says, mate, we'll take the fight. So I sort of nearly fell over, flattened me. But we've been blessed. This is the biggest fight Australia and New Zealand have ever had. In the history of boxing. Everyone will say, oh, this one, that one. Mate, I dare anyone to come up with a bigger fight than this. Both of these guys are young. They're at the top of their game. Jai is one of the best fighters to ever come out of this country, hands down. David Nyika is one of the best fighters to come out of New Zealand in recent years. Mate, it's a fantastic event, and I'm chuffed to be involved in it. Not only be the promoter, but to be involved in such an event.
What sort of a challenge does David pose to Jai in the ring?
Mate, they haven't sparred for quite a while. And the reason that they haven't sparred is because Noel didn't want to do that, because he knew that this fight was going to happen one day, and they were focused on to build their rankings to get this fight against Jai at some stage. So that's why they never wanted to spar Jai. Not because one guy got on top of the other guy. It's a good tough spar. They both had their opportunities and they both went quite well, so there's no doubt about it. But I suppose with David, he's coming from a good amateur career. They're the same age, these guys as well. He's coming from a great amateur career. He's a lot taller, a lot more rangy. He can keep a little bit of distance with Jai. But you know what Jai's like, mate. Jai adapts. Jai will measure for a round or two. But he can adapt to any situation, and we've seen it. We've seen it before, and we continue to see it. And then the other hand, if Jai feels disrespected and Jai If Jai wants to took it on beast mode, and we all know what Jai can put on beast mode. Look at Jordan Thompson, mate. If he wants to come out and take chunks off you, mate, he'll be lucky to go one round.
Jai's fully focused on David Nyika, but as a manager, as a promoter, you're going to be looking at what could be next for Jai, what the future looks like for Jai. A lot of talk about Zerto Ramirez, perhaps, and even Usyk. What's your sort of thoughts on all that?
Well, the last time we actually met with myself and Jai, Turki Alalshikh, he said he wants that fight on the 3rd of May in Saudi Arabia. You know, there's a lot, you know, boxing's like this. There's a lot of different moving parts. So, you know, Zerto's got a mandatory coming up. I don't know whether it's true or not. You hear a lot of stuff. If he does, obviously that fight's going to be put off for a little while. If he doesn't, mate, let's get that fight for the 3rd of May. That's a fight that Jai obviously has been looking for. Jai said 1,000 times, it's not about the opponent, it's about the belts. He wants belts. He wants to unify the titles. That's his goal. And then move the heavyweight. But, you know, you've got the best heavyweight in the world, Usyk. Like, you know, undeniable. And he's the next cruiserweight. He got in the ring his last fight, 102 kilos, okay? He struggles to put weight on. Jai will get in the ring about 99 kilos. Mate, that is a fight that we will definitely take in the future. You know, there's a bit of unfinished business first, but mate, that's a fight that we 100% will take. It's the biggest fight in the world. It's the biggest fight right now in the heavyweight divisions. There's no bigger fight. You know, you've got the cruiserweight and that's we own from Australia. He's ours. You know what I mean? Like we can claim Jai as a nation, which is fantastic. But we've got the best cruiserweight right here, right now, in the world by miles. Alexander Usyk's the best heavyweight right here, right now by miles. It makes sense.
Did hear some comments that he'd perhaps look to come back down to cruiserweight. Would that be your preference, or would you like to see Jai go up to heavyweight and face him up there?
I don't think it matters. I honestly, like, Jai's strong. Like, I've seen Jai, like, 98 kilos, and he's got power. Like, Jai's still fit. He can still move, you know, like, 98 kilos, Jai carries it well. Like, Jai's naturally a big guy. You know, he might not have the height, but he's solid, you know, like, Jai's solid. But, and, you know, the thing about Jai's got power. You know what I mean? Like, he can box, he can bang. You know what I mean? He can do whatever he wants. So, mate, it's a fight, and let's talk about training. Like, I've known a lot of athletes over the years, you know, like, I was an athlete myself at some stage, but a long, long time ago. But I've been around athletes all my life, and I've never come across an athlete that can switch on and switch off like Jai Opetaia. When he's in beast mode, even when he's not in beast mode, mate, he trains like a man possessed, like 3 times a day. If he's not training 3 times a day, he's frustrated. So, mate, he's committed. So he wants to fight at heavyweight. Those big boys, they weaken. They weaken. You know, they might come out 3 or 4, 5, 6 rounds. Round 8, round 9, round 10, round 11. Look for Jai Opetaia. He's still there.
Just one last one for you. Australian boxing landscape. We saw Dazn by News Corp share and Foxtel. What do you think that does to the landscape here in Australia? What sort of doors open up for you guys? Other promoters? What does that look like in 2025?
Look, I've got no idea. I don't know the mechanics behind it. I don't know. I hope it's a shot in the arm that Australian boxing need. This event is what Australian boxing needs. You know what I mean? Like, any boxing fan in this part of the world, if you don't tune in, you're an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, there's no better fight than this. No better event. We've got some great young kids on this fight, this card. Like Justice Hooney. We all know about Justice Hooney. Like, Justice he will fight for a world title too. Don't worry. Max McIntyre, what a name! Like, he's the next, you know, generational fighter here in Australia. You know, get behind Max McIntyre. Like, he's a showman. He's got power. He can box. He can move. He's great. Ben Marnie, Ben Marnie. Everyone's been saying for the last 5 or 6 years, oh, Benny's had his shot. He's missed it, mate. We're going to give Ben Marnie his opportunity. Tasman fighters starting from Thursday night, Wednesday night. So, mate, we've got the best talent in the country, mate, Tasman fighters. So we're looking forward to the future.
Just a quick last one. Can expect Eddie Hearn to arrive later tonight or early tomorrow?
Yeah, he gets in at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So he's been away. He was on holidays with the family. So, and to be fair, mate, he deserves it. He's had a pretty big year, 2024.
Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. Thank you.